time. Next up is the cross crawl, which is another exercise within the 5-minute daily energy routine. So when we speak of the cross crawl, we're talking about how our energy body wants as many crisscrosses of energy within it as possible. So you can think of like figure 8 patterns, big and small, throughout the whole entire thing. And if you want a better idea of, or if you don't grasp that idea, you can think about how your right side of your brain controls the left side of the body, and how the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body. And even more maybe specific would be thinking about your cells that are all throughout your body, and the DNA double helix that's within each cell that controls all our physiological processes. So if you think about the strand, it's actually a crisscross strand, so that's also a sort of crisscross energy in our body. So the cross crawl helps us to balance and harmonize our energies. It also helps us become more coordinated, and it also gives us energy. So that being said, you would do this when you want more energy, you want better coordination, you want better functioning of the left side of your brain and the right side of your brain, and also to help you think more clearly. Now this exercise you'll do for at least a minute, and what you do is you do an exaggerated march in place or around or whatever, dancing. So just to do a basic cross crawl, this is what it would look like. Using opposite sides of the body, so right arm with left leg, left arm with right leg. You do this for at least a minute. Now if you would like, and I encourage you to get really creative with it, make it fun. This is kind of fun, but not as fun as I like to. I like to dance around, do snaky things. I do actually the back of my body as well, so I touch my heels. But if you can't do this physically, don't worry, because you can also benefit from this exercise. You can do this lying down in bed, but sitting down as well. So what you would do is you would just use your hand and lift your leg as high as you can. It doesn't have to be very high, just get a little motion. And tap the opposite knee from your hand, just like that. If you can't move at all, then you can actually picture yourself, imagine yourself doing this exercise. And what's even more powerful is if you are sitting in front of a mirror and just looking at yourself, imagining yourself do this exercise. That would be absolutely wonderfully powerful. Now, that being said, there's a little bit of a caveat to this exercise. If you have done this exercise and you feel more, or if you feel dizzy, or more uncoordinated, or if you feel a little off, then what's happened is that your energies are actually running in a parallel line. So they're not crisscrossing, at least as much as you would need to be healthy and vital. They're running straight up and down. So you want to stop doing this exercise if you start to feel this way, because what might happen is you'll lock in those parallel running energies even more so. So some ways, even if you weren't doing this exercise, some ways that you might find that your energies are running what's called homolateral is if you tend towards depression, if you get sick a lot and you have no idea why, if you can't think clearly, if you're more uncoordinated or clumsy than normal, or also if you just lack a lot of energy in general. Those are some ways you can actually tell that you might be running homolateral. I'll list some other ways if I've forgotten. But what I'm going to show you next in another video is what's called the homolateral crossover repatterning exercise. So that's it for this cross crawl. It's very simple. Get creative with it. I encourage it because you want it to be fun. Fun allows you to do this daily, gets you more likely to do it daily. But see you in the next video, which is the homolateral crossover repatterning exercise. If this didn't make you tired or feel yucky and it actually made you feel good or neutral at least, then skip over the next exercise and we'll jump to what's called the Wing Cook. All right, that's it for now. See you later.